What's this?
That's always important to start the recording. Alright, so Warrior Mode. The difficulty mode contains tougher enemies and higher prices of equipment and services. Select this mode if you want a more challenging game experience. No, hashtag... I didn't tell you guys the best part about it. So the wife's like, I'm going to work tonight. I need you to clear out the driveway, blah, 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 blah. An hour before I start to stream, right? I'm like, alright, fine. And our neighbor has been nice or annoying. I'd say nice, but at the same time, like, I usually plan to do the cleaning out of the driveway later when, like, people need to leave. But my neighbor will get up and he'll do his driveway, then I'll come over and do our driveway. And it's like, dude, come on, just let me do it. Which, again, it's nice. I'm glad he's, looking out for us and stuff, but still, it is frustrating to me. So I'm out there and I'm like, I have no time. But I can't rightly do my driveway and not go across the street and do his now that he's done ours like 3 or 4 times. Dang it. So I had to do our driveway and his driveway, and then my wife goes, there's still going to be a storm watch until 9:30 tonight, so I'm not going out. You son of a... It wasn't great. No, I'm not taking a Warrior, because I heard that if you get to a certain point in the game, and you, if you're not very good at the game, you get to a certain point and you really start to struggle into the point where you can't actually finish the game. It's not like most games where you can grind up. If I recall from what I've read or heard people talk about, there's only a set number of battles or something along those lines. So we're going to go with this. We're going to go with the normal, the way the game was meant to be played. Alright, we have manual creation, we have default party, and we have random creation. Generate a random party that can still be tweaked afterwards. Recommended for new players, the default party can still be tweaked, and manual creation. I want to look at the default party, but yeah. What do you... No, he gave me a chance. It's just he gave me a chance when I didn't have the time to do it. I just wish he didn't do it, I wish he would just leave it so we could do it. Like, I appreciate it, but at the same time, I'm always ready to do it, and I go out and it's like, dang it, man, he did it again. It's not a bad thing, but still, it's frustrating, It's just frustrating. Alright, I want to see what the default party is. So, a Dwarven Defender, an Orc Barbarian, an Elven Ranger, and a Human Free Mage. Alright, can I not go back? Oh no, oh no. Okay, good. Alright, manual creation, guys and gals. Okay, so it looks like we only have the 4 different races: the human, the elf, the dwarf, and the orc. Alright. Well, I would assume that the dwarves would be pretty good as far as a defensive tanky type of person. Fierce warriors, industrious blacksmiths, and masters of rune magic. The dwarves are the children of Arkath, the dragon god of fire. Dwarves are short and stocky. They rarely stand much over 4 feet tall. Adult male dwarves always wear full beards. Interesting. Dwarves have a natural fire damage resistance, and they're granted 1 extra health per point of vitality. That sounds useful. Tribes of nomadic barbarians, orcs are the scattered but proud survivors of a long history of persecution. They were created in the 7 cities during the War of the Blood Moon, when the Crimson Wizards injected demon blood into human slaves and criminals. Alright, critical damage dealt by orcs is increased by 20%. That's pretty ridiculously strong, or at least it sounds like it. Indomitable. Orcs have a 20% chance to avoid negative conditions. Cool. Rename people. I want to be the mage. Yeah, I will rename the people. Get all magic in a tank. I'm not going to get all magic. I'll probably get a balanced group, personally. That's how I generally like to play, though it's probably not the best way. Like I said, I'm very new to this, so min-maxing is not going to be a thing I do. Because I don't know how. So, let's see. The elves... I'm sorry, guys. I'm still recovering a little bit, and my nose is very, very stuffy. So I apologize if I take many more breaks or much more stopping than I normally do. One sec. Alright, what I'll do is when I decide to make a character, I will let you guys decide. I'll probably do one of each. And it might even be the exact same as the default party. I don't know what the classes are yet, so we'll see. But once I get done with the character, when we get to the name, I assume we're going to get to the name, then I'll let you guys decide if you want to be part of it. So there you have it. All right. The elves are graceful and patient souls who live in close harmony with the lands and forests. They are in tune with Solana, the dragon goddess of earth. Her deliberate nature and ancient wisdom are reflected in their approach to life and worship. Children of Solana, elves have a natural 10 earth damage resistance, okay, and the elves get a +5 bonus to their evade value. So, kind of all three of them have a defensive thing, sort of. This guy's got a chance to avoid negative conditions, extra HP, and this one's got evasion. And then the human. You know the human's going to be the worst. Alright, humans are the youngest race of Ashan, and are the children of Elath, the dragon god of air. Although many of them now worship Elrath, the dragon god of light, short-lived but curious and restless, humans are one of the most dynamic people of Ashan. Children of Elath, humans have a natural 10 air resistance, and they start with 4 free skill points. That does actually sound useful. Alright, we're going to probably go with the dwarves to start, so it's going to be our first person. Canadian, reindeer, French, snow. What? It's fine. And by the way, folks, there is way more English-speaking, or English whatever, Canadians than there are French. Like, massively more. That's why I always think it's weird, like, when I go onto Ubisoft's website from here, it sends me to the Canadian website, but it sends me to the French-Canadian website. And I'm like, what? There's way more English-speaking Canadians than there are French. I don't understand why the world and even places that, you know, like Toronto and Montreal, they seem to... that's where the studios are for Ubisoft. They seem to think everybody speaks French. I don't really understand. It's weird. Alright. Let's fight for the for the death. Okay, so we have the Defender, the Scout, and a Rune Priest. Let's see here. I might go with like a different class for our... the first person's going to be my tank, and I was leaning toward the Dwarf, but we'll see. Alright, the Defender, hailing from the Grimsteel clan, Defenders are able to withstand the attacks of their enemies with rock-like durability. Armed with huge shields reminiscent of fortress walls, they provide a formidable obstacle to any opponent. Cool. Shield Guard. Shield Wall. The amount of remaining block attempts of the Shield Guard for the remainder of the turn is only decreased by successful blocks. That does sound good. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm dying today. I'm sorry. Sorry. Alright, Scout. The dwarves of Clan Winterwind are the most outgoing of their kind. They are the ones most likely to be found on the surface or dealing with outsiders. They are expert travelers and have deep knowledge of the wilds. Alright, Pathfinder. I wish it told me what that did. Hey, Holy, how's it going? You're an Irk? What's an Irk? Sounds awesome. Alright, let's see here. Long range. The range of the Pathfinder's crossbow attacks is increased by 2. I don't know how combat works in this game, so it's going to be interesting. And snaring shot. The Pathfinder performs a ranged attack, immobilizing the target of his first strike until the end of his next turn. Huh. Interesting. And then we have the Rune Priests. The Rune Priests are members of the Deep Flame clan, a special caste amongst the dwarves. Recruited from children born with golden eyes, the mark of their god Arkath, who are then taken... who are then brought up as battle mages. I shouldn't glance over. I lose it. Hey, Chaos Undying, wow. Oh, I'm missing something too, sorry guys. Blame the bad start here in the snow, I'm sorry. My production value is not going to be very high today, but you know what, we're all hanging out, we're having fun. This is the last normal stream of the week, and it's just going to be chaos, so it's fine. And we have Chaos Undying, so it's perfect. It literally works out phenomenally well, so I like it. I like it a lot. I feel like I'm missing something on my other screen, too, or maybe I have a bad position. That's what it is. It's the wrong position. It's fine. Everything's fine. Just ignore it and move on. Alright, so let's see here. Rune Lord, create a rune on a tile within a range of 1. The rune deals 100 damage fire to each turn to everyone on the tile around it. That doesn't sound useful. I mean, it sounds bad. I want to take a look at what the orcs races are real quick. Barbarian, I assume he is not a tank. I just want to see what tank classes we have available. Elf. Blade Dancer. I think it's really only going to be maybe the human. Yeah, maybe the human. Mercenaries hail from the free cities. They are warriors and explorers that follow Elath, the dragon god of air, wandering the world in search of riches and causes worth fighting for. Wind Sword. Perfect Strike. When the Wind Sword performs a melee attack against an enemy with full health, the first strike cannot be blocked or evaded and is always a critical. Huh. The Wind Sword Dash. The Wind Sword calls upon Elath to let the party dash forward 1 tile. Is this something we want? Because it looks like they're tanky. Do you think this is... It is a tank, okay. Irk is Orc, which got changed by magical... By my magical iPad. I like it. Alright. What do you guys think? Do you think we should go with the mercenary or should we go with the dwarf tank? I'm still leaning toward the dwarf tank. Let me know what you guys think here. The Crusader is probably going to be a two-handed weapon user. Yeah. A paladin is going to be a healer. Crusaders are battle priests of Elrath. They can be found all over the world, spreading their teachings of light and fighting all the evils they encounter. It's not a tank. It's a healer. The Crusader is less tanky, okay. Dwarf, stinky humans are boring. Alright, we're gonna go with the dwarf then. That was what I was leaning toward anyway, but the humans sounded like they could have been cool, so we're gonna go with a rune priest. Or sorry, not a rune priest, a defender. Brain is not working. We're gonna be a male. Alright, who's my dwarf? Hashtag dwarf in I guess. Hashtag dwarf in the chat. Let me know who wants to be it. And then you guys can fight it out in a guess a number between 1 and 10 situation. Voting starts now. You guys have like, I don't know, we'll say 30 seconds or so to go. I'm going to actually eat a few bites of food while we're doing this. I know. I'm one of those guys. Alright, we have Loki, who doesn't know how to listen. I'm kidding. We have Loki, we have Holy, and we have High. And we have Mies, who's not an orc. Okay. Alright, you guys pick a number between 1 and 10, and whatever it is, that's the one. I have chosen a number. Let's see who gets as close or nails it. Waiting for it. This is such a big delay here. It's rough. We have an 8. We have a 6. We have High Roller with a 5, and I guess Chaos Undying's the last one. Come on, Chaos. What do you got for me, buddy? What do you got for me? Wait for it. Wait for it. I think Chaos Undying has died. He's not undying. I should have known. And voting closes. Alright, High Roller was the closest. My number was 4. So, 4. Alright, so there we go. So, High Roller, you get to be the dwarf. You said blonde dwarf. Alright.
Choose me!
Well, he's High Roller.
Not choosing me.
It's cynical. 100% cynical. Antros will definitely roll with it. Alright, starting stats and skills. Oh, he starts with an axe. Isn't that convenient? Alright, so we have 2 skills left. Alright, we could... Oh, do we have to choose one of these 2? Why is this one sparkly? Oh no, what have I done? Oh. I don't understand. I guess this is a higher rank, and then I can do... Oh, it can be leveled up to Master Tier. And this could be leveled up to Grandmaster Tier. This is a default skill for the selected character and cannot be deselected. Okay. Well, it was either axes or hammers. Oh, I didn't change the name. Yes, that's true. Sorry. You're not Ingrid. High Roller. High Rolly. Yes! High Roller. Sorry, buddy. That's what you get. Or we could be High Roller with only one L. High Roller. You just look dumb. Or you're like role-playing, huh? High Roller. Or we just call you Roller or Troller. One of those is all of those work. Alright, skills. Well, I don't want the crossbow. Two-handed, no. Dual-wield, no. Warfare. A trained and experienced warrior can tip the scales in favor of his party by executing advanced combat moves. The expert in warfare might either protect weaker comrades or decide to take the biggest threat out of the equation, focusing on a single enemy and dealing massive damage. Huh. Interesting. A troller. Roller is now Ingrid. Alright. Medium armor, we have heavy armor, which is the default, and we have shield, which is also the default. We can do dodge or endurance. Extensive training of endurance and willpower can improve one's resistance to fatigue and pain. I should stop scratching my wrist while I'm holding the mouse. Adepts of this practice are capable of soaking up more damage than most. Yeah, I think we're going to get 1 point into that. And what is this? Arcane Discipline. Years of meditation and energetic exercises, okay, prepare the body and mind to withstand even the strongest magical assaults, which would otherwise annihilate ordinary people in the blink of an eye. Whoa, that sounds useful. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with this too. I don't know if I can raise the armor. Oh, I can raise the armor more. You're already... You already have, it looks like 3 points maybe in that, and you only have 1 here, or maybe you'll get 1. So I almost feel like this is the better one now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this. All right, so let's continue. Because I want you to be able to soak damage from both sides. All right, so we're gonna need to get you some vitality. Let's see, does it tell us what each thing does? It does. Melee damage increase. Oh, cool. So straight thing. Magic powers are increased. Ranged damage is increased, and all attack values are increased. Okay. I guess that means your chance to hit our attack values. Destiny is your critical hit chance and your evasion. Okay. Vitality is your maximum health. We're definitely going to put a point there. Your spirit is your maximum mana. So I'd say, what, 2 points into vitality, and I guess 1 point into might? Then we have 2 points left. I kind of want to go with perception, but I feel like that's not going to be the play. Evasions and criticals, maybe just more into vitality and strength. It's probably the wrong thing to do, but it is what it is. That's what we're going to roll with. Hopefully you're cool with that. Alright, I'm sorry guys, this will take a little bit of time. I knew it was going to be a little bit weird to start with anyway, but we'll get there. Alright, so we have our first person. I think the second one's probably going to end up being an orc barbarian, but not necessarily. Let's see what the orcs have to offer here. The orc hunter looks like a ranged javelin type person. Orcs are, contrary to popular belief, not cannibals. Their diet is based heavily on the principle of you caught it, you cook it. Hunting provides the bulk of their diet. Orc hunters are as all other orcs, are also fierce warriors capable of surveying blah 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 blah. Alright, so that's fine. Hey Meta, how's it going? Welcome! I'm just getting started. We're reading through all this stuff. It's going to be a slow start, so I apologize if this is boring for some folks, but you all get to kind of talk and hang out and chill, so I think it's going to be fine. We have the Shaman. I don't like any of those other options. It's probably going to end up being the Orc Barbarian, so I'm just going to call it as an Orc Barbarian. Hopefully you guys are cool with that. He seems like he's going to be the legit tough guy for the frontliner, but just for argument's sake, let's go take a look at the Elves. The Elven Ranger is pretty much going to be the Archer class, just so you know. He's going to be the Archer class, probably for Antros. It's cozy. Good. The Druid regeneration. I'm always skeptical about this. Like, it's really good in a lot of ways as a heal, but it also makes me nervous because oftentimes when I need a heal, I need the heal, you know? I don't need to slowly heal over time, so I've never been a massive fan of that. The Blade Dancer seems like that might be a legit frontliner, and then maybe we can go with the Orc. Maybe we can go with the Orc Archer, but let's see here. Elite among Sylvan warriors, certain elves dedicate their lives to the intricate elven martial arts known as the Blade Dance, relying on evasion and quick action rather than resistance or brute force. Cleave, the Blade Master is granted an additional action if he killed at least one enemy with a melee attack. And Carnage, the Blade Master performs a full melee attack against every enemy around the party. It seems legit. I have not. I only played the Hom games. See, that's pretty appealing to me too. Wandering Irolins. The Rangers live in harmony with nature and its unwritten laws. Seeking perfection through the mastery of the bow, this quest sometimes leads them to leave the forest and travel around the world. Let's see. Point-blank shot. The Warden performs a ranged shot against all enemies in front of the party. That's interesting. Okay, and then let's see what the human... The human was a paladin. Now, see, that one I don't hate, the idea of having that as our other frontliner. The reason being, I feel... Oh, spend all of your mana. Lay on hands as your heal. Ooh, that's rough. Call upon Elrath to enchant all melee and ranged weapons with magical foci in the hands of each party member for 4 turns. The enchanted equipment will deal extra damage. The Crusader are battle priests. They can be found all over the world, spreading the teachings of the light and fighting all the evils they encounter. See, that seems legit to me as like a frontliner because he's got multiple uses. So what do you guys think? Do you think we should go with... What frontliner do you think we should go with? Do you think we should go with the Human Crusader? Do you think we should go with the Orc Barbarian? Or do you think we should go with the Elven Blade Dancer? Hey, Tech Man. So let me know what you guys think. And I will silently sit here and stare at you. Intently. We have one for Elven Blade. We have one for Crusader. What else we got, guys? What else? They all seem to be pretty legit. The Barbarian is the quintessential Orc warrior. His usual tactic is simply to rush straight ahead at the enemy, counting on his speed, ferocity, and toughness to break the lines of the opposing troops, pound the hell out of them. And for every 1% health he is missing, the more damage he does. Alright. Well, I'm probably not going to go with another. I'm not going to go with the frontline dwarf. I mean, we already have the tank set. So, Crusader, Blade Crusader. Nobody wants the Orc. Nobody wants the Orc. Now, okay, so folks are going with the Crusader. All right, so that's going to be our frontline guy, I guess. Again, I don't know how many people we're going to be able to have or what. All right, so Crusader, continue. All right, who wants to be the human? Let me know who wants to be the human. Oh, the humanity. Oh, the humanity. While you guys are doing that, I will be doing other things like that. Boom! Get wrecked. Alright, we have humane. We have Mies wanting to be the human. We have Loki wanting to be a human. Well, it's going to be between him and Antros probably for the orc, because I think we're going to probably end up with the orc hunter, which unfortunately leaves us with the elven druid as the healer. Alright, we have two humans. Two humans. Going once. Going twice. Alright. 1 or 2. Pick Loki, pick 1 or 2 as your number. And let's see if it's right. Because I have a number in my mind. It's either 1 or it's 2. And it's up to you to decide which one it is. No pressure, man. It was 2. Very good. Alright, so you get to choose. We're going to give you the dark-haired guy, and you're going to be Loki. You're not going to get your number, though. You're not Loki 4. You're just Loki. You seem heroic to me.
Choose me.
Choose me. Alright, so there we go. Loki is the winner. He is as an emergency healer, which I don't hate, considering, like I was saying before, there's always that potential oh no moment that I could have. Alright, so we got 4 skills. Apparently you're going to be a sword and, I guess, two-handed weapon? Can we not get that? Apparently we can't start with that yet. But it's possible down the road. Alright, so that's what I think we're going to do. We're not going to put any more points into shield. We're going to go for the two-handed weapon. I guess that's a skill that we're going to have to unlock eventually. We have light magic. Now, the question is, what do we want? Alright, let's see here. What do we have? We have mysticism. Magic is natural to the elder races of Ashan, as mana and the sacred blood of the dragons runs in their veins. Yet very few people can channel it naturally in significant amounts. Through the practice of special meditation techniques and by communions with the spirit world, a devoted student of magic can significantly increase the personal mana reservoir that they have. Okay, discipline, and then what's this? Magical focus. Magical foci are catalysts made for users of the arcane arts to channel and condense magical currents. Focus masters can amplify the intensity of their spells to a critical level, vastly increasing their power. Huh. Alright, I think we're going to get a point into dodge, because I think you're still going to be pretty heavily armored. You're going to be a heavily armored frontline two-handed weapon user. So, let's go with the armor, and let's go with endurance as well. I don't think we want that for you. Pretty sure that's a bad idea. Let's see here. I wonder if earth magic's going to be useful. Or air magic, rather. I think I said earth. Air magic's going to be useful. Well, I think maybe we should know. You have 2 more points. Well, let's go with these things. Sure, why not? Make sure not to forget your buffs. What buffs? Before I select this for realsies. You have armor, you have endurance, and then you have these 2. And you already have arcane discipline, sort of. I'm curious as to whether or not I want to go with air magic. I kind of do, but at the same time, Do you want air magic or not? I guess we'll leave it up to you. Do you want it, or do you not? You want the air magic. This is already maxed out. We can't put any more points into that. Let's see. Well, let's get rid of your mysticism then. You'll have less mana, but we'll get you air magic. It's fine. Alright. That's that. Onward? Yeah, air is... It's one... Well, Let's see, what is it? Air magic with haste and stuff in the old HOM games was one of my favorite because if you had melee guys, you can close the distance against ranged units and slaughter them. And then earth magic was my favorite if we had range heavy enemies, or units rather, because then you would just slow the enemy and they could never get to you to kill you. So, two different ways of doing things. Alright, so your vitality, we're going to put 1 point in, we're going to put 2 points into your might. Your destiny, probably another point into spirit, and then 1 into magic. Hopefully that's okay. We'll see. Again, min-maxing, probably not going to happen. Alright, so now we're down to the orc and the elf. So let's take a look at what the orc shaman does here. Blood magic. The blood collar restores 1% mana for each 2% health lost due to enemy attacks. Orc shamans are a strange breed. They act as mediums between the material world, that was weird, world, and the spirit world, which they refer to as the dream world. To enter this realm, they undergo deep trance rituals, and the nature of which is specific to each shaman from their journeys into the dream world. The shaman brings insights to help them draw magical powers from their own demon blood. Weird. So we have isn't it prime magic? Better, chain lightning was, oh, well, okay, I don't know in Might and Magic. I know in HOM, that's what they were. And hello, DM for the win, 1, 2, 3. Welcome. We're just getting started here. We're about to close out our last 2 guys. Alright, so that's the healer there. And the healer for the elves are the druid. The druids are the priests of Solana, elemental dragon of earth, living embodiment of nature. They are granted control over the magic of the elements, which they call upon in times of peril. The druid elder, you calm enemies inside. Only those around the party can attack you. Oh, that's interesting. Lasts for 1 turn. Create an aura around the party for 4 turns that regenerates 20 to 25 health of the character with the currently lowest health every turn. Alright. Good stuff. Good stuff. Hey, Mephisto, how's it going, buddy? Wow, lots of people showing up for this. This is cool. Alright, healer, what do you guys want? Do you want the druid, or do you want the barbarian shaman? The orc shaman? Let me know down below, guys. Yeah, I'm a little off today, though, so this is slightly less indicative than what's normally going on, because I'm dying today. I'm dying today. Alright, so we got 1 for druid. We have 1 for shaman, 2 for shaman, 2 for druid. I think I'm going to go a ranged character. So I don't think I'm going to be going full mage. Druid, shaman. Dang. So what is it now? We have 1 druid. We have 2, 3 shamans. We have 3 druids. We have 4 shamans. Anyone else? Ouch. Alright, looks like shaman's gonna be it. Oh, wait, druid, it's deadlocked. It's deadlocked. Alright, so who didn't vote? DMF or DM for the win. Come on, man, it's up to you. Who do you want? Do you want a druid or a shaman? This is the shaman. And this is the druid. Oh, Tech Man bringing the druid out. Okay. Druid. Alright, looks like the druid wins. Okay, so we're going druid. Alright, so who wants to be the druid? Sorry, buddy. Sorry. It was close. They came up with a 2-to-1 against you. It was close. Alright, so who wants to be the druid? Just hashtag druid or something in the chat again, and we'll choose. We'll give it like 30 seconds. So we have Emis, we have Kara, it seems like that wouldn't be great to have a mage only. Nobody else? Don't multiple people have multiple AoEs? Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 people. And we have Dingleberg. It seems weird that they would, like, force you to only have one particular guy. Alright, so hold on, let's see here. What do we have? We have 1. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Alright. So, of those that have hashtag druided or said me, like Kara, go ahead and pick a number between 1 and 20, and the closest one will win. Alright, so we have 8, 13, 10... Okay, we're waiting on Chaos and still love to have the Rakshasas. Yeah. Well, Chaos got it. He was actually, that was the number I chose. So Chaos Undying, friend. I don't think you're gonna fit. Which one do you want, the top guy or the bottom guy? We're just gonna be Unchaos now. Chaosian. Ian. Chaos. Let's go with Chaos. Nothing but lion people. Do you want to be the blonde or not? Okay. Will it work if we do that? Like, we're playing on the... I'm hoping that since we're playing on the easier setting, that it's going to be maybe rough, but not impossible. You want to be the bottom one? Alright. And the druid. So this is the druid. So what magic should we get for you? Is it going to be water magic? I assume water magic is going to be one. Well, we start with water magic already. Do we need the prime magic too, or not? Alright, so, you probably need a weapon of some sort. And I don't know what to give you. Is a spear worth it? Like, what weapon do we give you? Huh. A bow, maybe? There is no... Well, the easier of the two settings, I guess I should say. But yeah, there's no easy setting, I know. Okay, well, this is going to be weird. Well, two-handed? There's no staves, so just the 3. There's a dagger, a spear, a bow, and a crossbow. On your side of a fighter wielding a great weapon with both hands. I don't think that's going to work. Bow and prime magic. Okay. Probably going to want to get our magical focus. Oh, that's right, you only get 2. Well, you already have that, you already have that. So you have kind of the stuff that you need. Pretty light on armor. But we'll see if this all plays out. This might be a complete disaster early on, and then if we do get stuck, we'll switch it out a little bit. Alright, so here's our current options. We'll put the stats in and then we'll decide. Alright, so we're going to want to give you some more magic. We'll give you 3 points into magic, 1 point into spirit, I think 1 point into vitality. Bow and prime are a must. Okay. To get no weapon skill until you know what weapon class staves belong to. Okay, I think that might be okay for leveling up. Because a bit more magic, it's a little bit more mana and a little bit of health, so you don't die in one shot, theoretically. We're going to go from there. Now, here's the options, guys. Here's the options. I would like to get an orc, but Loki, who apparently has played this before or has some further knowledge than I do, says that we really need to get the mage. So it's up to you guys. No. There is a schedule for streams. I do it basically almost an hour before now. So whatever the start of this hour was, that's when I start the stream, and I stream about an hour every weekday, Monday through Friday. Monday through Thursday is going to be pretty much guaranteed on this game, mostly. I mean, occasionally it won't, but 99% of the time it will be this game until we beat it. And then on Friday, I usually do something fun where everybody can kind of jump in and do stuff all together. So, so that's usually how it works. Also, so it's about an hour of a stream every weekday. And then this Saturday is going to be a 6-hour stream. So that should be interesting. And we're going to spend 2 to 3 hours playing this. Alright, so we have 3 people going for the orc. So they don't like your mage idea. So hopefully this doesn't bite us in the butt. But we'll see. We'll see. Alright, so we got the orc. They want the hunter. Alright, we're making it happen. Top or bottom, guys? I'd say the bottom one looks cooler to me, but it's up to you guys. And then the ones that want to be... Yeah, so Super Fight, I might play One Troll Army again. That was kind of a fun game. I'm sorry, Kara. I'm sorry. Alright, so we have Mies and we have Antros for sure going for the hunter. We're not going to go with the shaman. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, I mean, I'll be streaming for 6 hours. I don't know if you'll be working the whole time, so theoretically... I'm curious. I finished up to episode 30, so my season will be done at that point. So I'm slowly releasing the episodes, and I'm hoping that I get them all out before the next patch actually drops. Alright, so we have Meta, we have Antros, and we have Mies all wanting to go for the orc. Anyone else? Yeah, I imagine it will be. But we'll see. And we can always change it up at some point, I imagine. Don't we? I thought this was a game where we actually could get more people in our party later, but it doesn't sound like that's possible. I know. Hashtag phrasing. Alright, so you 3, give me a number between 1 and 5. Good luck. Good luck. So we have a 3 from Mies. We have a 1 from Antros. And Meta. Ooh. We have a Desert Roar. There's a 4. And welcome to the stream. So 5 and 2 are the only ones left. Meta Proxy. Then we'll actually get to hop into the game and see like 2 minutes of it before the stream's supposed to end. But Mutanot might be dead again today, I don't know. I haven't heard from him. Oh, good. You guys get to watch me be terrible at this game. Meta, you don't wanna hop in? Alright, well then if you're not gonna hop in, Mies and Antros, guess what? The answer was 2. You guys get to roll again. Cool. Cool. Alright, so, Antros, give me a number 7 or 12. 7 or 12. 7 or 12, Antros. It's Stinger Kelby, hello. It was 12, Antros, you failed me. You didn't get my mind meld. Looks like Mies is going to be the man. He's gonna be the orc. I'm sorry. It's alright. Just people, I'm naming the folks as we go. So apparently this is gonna go poorly. Oh, hold on. Mies is very cynical. We know that. We know that. Alright, so obviously we're going to be using spears, which I assume are some sort of ranged weapons. Spears require both hands to be used efficiently, but they compensate for this limitation with high versatility. They are as effective at blocking hostile blows as delivering them. They can cause severe damage, piercing even the thickest armor. So, do we need the two-handed weapon? The mere set of a fighter wielding a great weapon in both hands, you make an opponent tremble. Two-handed weapons easily compensate for the lack of a shield or any additional weapon. They can be used to block enemies' assaults or simply break their defenses with sheer power. I guess. I mean, the spear is a two-handed weapon. I mean, it makes sense. And you already have dodge, which is good. Alright, what do you want for your last one? What do you want for your last skill point here, Mies? Let me know, sir. Let me know. Choose randomly. The soon-to-die list. Well, Loki, any suggestions on what our last skill should be here? As I try not to die a horrible death. Okay, cool. So I don't want no name. It's passive. Okay, so it is passive. Maybe the light armor? I feel like getting more air magic isn't going to really be that useful, but it could be. Maybe I'm thinking the armor too. Loki, any suggestions, buddy? Sounds like you have a little bit more skill. You're going to watch her slow and painful death. Alright, I guess we'll lean toward armor and see how that plays us. Alright. I think we're ready to start here in just a second. We want perception here for you. Wait. Are spears considered ranged or are they melee? It is. It really is. I was waiting for Maid Miriam to show up. She was going to be our female, but she's not. Where's, doesn't say, like, it says we can block and that we can deliver hostile blows, but it doesn't say whether it's melee or not. I assume it's melee? Yeah, I'd assume from what I've read. It looks like it's melee to me, too. Well, that sucks. I'm still going to go 1 point into perception. We'll go maybe 2 points, 3 points into might. And I always like to go 1 into vitality, but maybe we'll go with a critical hit chance. I don't know. Something like that. It's probably a terrible choice. Alright, we have High Roller, we have Loki, we have Chaos, and we have Mies. Here's one thing that I can let you do. Loki, would you be willing to switch your Crusader out to be a mage? Or do you think the Crusader is also important to have? I will give you that distinction. We can move the Orc Hunter up to the front lines, and we can have the mage take the back line there. It's totally up to you. Oh, okay. They're the only actual ranged. Are you sure? Because like I said, we can swap you out into a human mage if you think this isn't going to work. If we're just going to die in like 10 minutes, then. Or if it's going to go from the game maybe lasting 10 hours to lasting 743, 857 million, billion, 2 zillion. A lot of hours. I can't do numbers today, guys. I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm okay on it. Today is not one of them. Alright, well, we're going to start, guys and gals. Prepare to go into battle. And probably listen to a storyline. Because that's what serious games do.
What is the meaning of a dream? Only Asher knows. Are they omens warning us of future tragedies?
I'll fix it.
Distant memories dying in the deafening silence of the void? Or are they sometimes both? the death wish of some ancestor bargaining with the dragons that his legacy be carried on. Last night I dreamed such a clear vision of past events, terrible things I had wanted to forget. They refused to fade away, demanding, pleading to be told one last time. This story begins with what we now call Uriel's deception. During the fabled Elder Wars, wars that once pitched the children of the light against the children of darkness. Uriel, the great archangel, had vowed to avenge his family, slaughtered by the greatest warrior and tactician of the Faceless, Erebos, the master of assassins. For centuries, Uriel, consumed by hatred, planned his revenge. Shortly before the second eclipse, Uriel and his inquisitors provided proof that the Faceless were plotting to rekindle the fires of the ancient wars.
No worries, I'll fix it.
Emperor Liam Falcon, an ambitious man, easily enthralled by the Archangel's righteous determination, declared a holy war against the children of darkness. And Uriel's own brother, the Archangel Michael, esteemed and feared general of the ancient angel host, was brought back from the dead to lead the onslaught. But Uriel's plan had one fatal flaw. He underestimated the courage and resourcefulness of the humans he had set out to use in his machinations. There were some who saw through his lies, seeing Uriel's proof as clever fabrications. The murders and sabotages of which the Faceless had been accused were his own doing. Angels cannot lie, or so the saying goes, but there's nothing written saying that they have to tell the truth. Uriel escaped the justice of the courts, but not the judgment of the dragons. Uriel, Michael, and the Emperor Liam perished in the bloody fires of the second eclipse. But a legacy remained, continuing to poison the Empire. When the true extent of Uriel's deception was revealed, the scandal nearly ripped the once great and holy nation apart. Distrust grew between the Empire and its allies. Dissentful whispers could be heard throughout the hallways of the Imperial Court. And outside of the Empire's borders, the colonies and protectorates were clamoring for independence. In an effort to calm the troubled waters, Liam's heiress, the young Empress Gwendolyn Falcon, proclaimed a series of reforms that were immediately unpopular with the more conservative nobles. These tensions came to a head in the Aegean Peninsula. Once a jewel of the Falcon Crown, the great port of Carthal on the Savage Sea was threatening to secede and join the loose coalition of the Free Cities. Skirmishes were multiplying between the rebels and Imperial garrisons. Brigands were stalking the trade routes, and pirates were raiding the coasts. This is a story of a particular group of adventurers who had just set foot on the peninsula for the first time, on a quest to fulfill the dying wish of their mentor. They were called raiders, but would soon be known as legends.
Normally that would be true. I'm going to go a little bit later because of the weird start. Alright, I'm going to fix it, guys. And we'll put the mage in, and we'll swap the orc to the front lines. And we'll play for a little bit. At least walk around the town, see what's going on, get used to the controls or what have you. Wow, this is a little bit longer of a loading screen than I thought.
The name Raiders fool you. They were not mere brigands or...
Alright, stop talking, lady. No, I don't. No. Okay, we'll come back to her. Oh, I know you guys are cringing right now. It's definitely cringe-worthy. Alright, so we're gonna go with the dwarf. Continue, defender, continue, blonde dwarf, cynical voice. Let's go. Change it from Ingrid to high roller. See how good my memory is. What's going on here? Why can't I continue? Oh, because I'm already on the next tab. Alright, we had that. We had this and this. No, we had this and this. Okay. Continue. I gave you 3 points into... Well, I know I gave you 2 points into that. I think I gave you there. That's what I did. Alright. Next. Hey, Zungle. Welcome back. Alright. Orc is going to be the next one up. You want cynic. Okay, you want to be cynic. All right. Boy, is that foreshadowing how this play is going to go through? You're very cynical about it. I think we went the bottom orc. This was Mies, who's definitely cynical. Mies Lizard. Alright, so we got this. The two-handed. And I don't remember. It was armor. That's what we did. Armor. Okay, we gave you 1 point into perception. We gave you 2 points into might. I think I gave you a point into... yeah, something like that. Something along those lines. Alright, well, hopefully this will work. Hopefully this will work. We have the elf druid now. I think it was the bottom one. And, oh gosh, who was my druid? I'm sorry, I forgot who my druid was. It was Chaos Undying, that's who it was. Chaos Undying, you were the bottom one, right? Alright, your heroic, class, customize, everything's fine, we're good. Next, we had the bow and we had the prime. Alright, continuing. I gave you 3 points in magic, 2 points, no, it was 3 points, 2 points, and 1 or something like that. I don't know, somewhere along these lines. There, that was what it was, I think. I don't know. We'll pretend. We'll pretend that's what it was. Alright, and finally, the human that should have always been. It's going to be Anna. You want to be at the top or the bottom one, Loki? I think you chose the top one before. You said you wanted to be cynical.
Climbing a mountain at night. Whose great idea was this?
Climbing a mountain at night. Whose great idea was this? Not mine. I don't have great ideas. I am all out of great ideas. Second one? This one? Okay. Alright. We'll pretend that that's what you meant. Okay, so what are we doing here? What are we doing? Alright, so let's see. What do you want for your magical skills? Looks like fire is probably going to be one of them. I would assume water as well, but I don't know. So, tell me the skills that you want, sir. I want to be bottom. You could have said blonde. That would have worked too. Aha, Mutanat Dota is lurking. Well, Mutanat Dota is going to have to wait, unfortunately. Sorry, man. Oh, gosh. Stop doing things. Tick-tock. Air and fire will do. Air and fire. Yes, my lord. More work. Okay. Alright, let's see. That's 2 of the skills. What else do you want? Do you want mysticism? And I assume you want mysticism because it's a good skill to have. Do you need to have any kind of light magic or anything else like that? More work? Yes, my lord. Okay. Final skill. Final skill. We will wait, and I will try to blow my nose again or something awesome like that, because I'm finally thawing out, guys. I'm finally thawing out. Before anyone else says it, Zug Zug! Bow. So crossbow? Is that okay? Because you don't actually have the bow. I still play Dota. Welcome to Antros on a tablet. It's not great. Alright, so there we go. I assume he's fine with that. Alrighty. We're gonna go with much more magic. We're gonna go with a little bit of spirit. And your vitality is absurdly low. Alright, and we're confirming, and we are officially set. We are going to skip the opening sequence, which I assume is a possibility. Looks like it did. And then we're going to enjoy the actual storyline. And it will be glorious!
Do not let the name Raiders fool you. They were not mere brigands or adventurers only interested in glory and gold. They believed in a higher calling, an ideal of honor and courage. These values were the legacy of their mentor, Owen, a raider himself, and a veteran of the Battle of Hammer Fall. In a way, it was also their mentor who had led them to the Aegean Peninsula. He had been a son of Carthal, and before his tragic death, he had asked his students to bring back his ashes to the city of his birth, to be buried next to his ancestors. To honor their master's wish, they boarded the first ship willing to take them to the west. As they disembarked in the small, peaceful harbor of Sorpigal by the sea, they could not suspect how far this journey was going to take them.
Okay, well there we have it. Welcome to Sorpigal by the sea. Interesting. We don't have a ranged attack, we have defend. Okay. Ooh, shinies. Well, we don't start with a healing spell, really? That's not good. Okay. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, hello, Sir Christian. Why does the graphics... I thought the graphics were better than this. Hold on. Do I have something set wrong here? I wonder what dynamic range is. Is that good, bad, or different? It still seems blurrier than I remember. I did check this out before. Just, maybe I'm going crazy. It's fine. Alright, well, let's talk to him. I want to get the discs for Total War, but refuse to pay full price. Oh, that's good. Alright, let's see here. Welcome aboard the Seahawk. How can I help you? Well, let's talk about some gossip from knight to privateer. Duchess Irina has many contacts in the Lotus Empire. They even consider her one of their own. Since her rise to power, the Wolf Duchy has opened many trade routes with the Nagas and the free cities of the Far East, like Hammerfall. Maritime commerce is flourishing under her rule, but as one would expect, so is piracy. The free city of Foster's Reach, in particular, has become a pirate heaven, or haven. Heaven, yeah, sure. The Duchess had to strengthen her navy to protect the merchant ships, and as a result, many a knight embraced the life of a privateer. Okay, well, I don't want to travel anywhere, so I go here, I go there.
New faces.
Hi, creepy guy.
Very good. I suppose you arrived with the morning tide, with that boat from the east. Welcome to Sorpigal by the sea. You're raiders, are you not? Adventurers?
Oh, you think the FXAA makes it blurry? Just give me a little bit of time. We'll probably play for... I was a little late with the stream, and I just got out of blowing the snow in the driveway and stuff. Only to have my wife tell me, I'm not actually going to work. Surprise! So that sucked. But I'm just going to go probably for another 15-20 minutes or so. Then we'll be good. Alright, hasta luego, folks that are leaving. And good job at staying, folks who are staying. Alright, so you guys say that the settings are... Alright, I'll play around with some of the settings. We'll see if we can get it to be less blurry. And you are? Oh, how rude of me. My name is Dunstan. I, too, used to be a raider, but I am retired. Which is something you'll hear a lot here. Sorpigal is a kind of utterly boring and sunny place where heroes go to spend their old days when they become tired of the endless warring and adventuring. We need to go to Carthal.
Oh, I guess the news of the current situation hasn't reached the rest of the world yet.
Weird
Nobody is
whistling.
going in or out of Carthal, my friends. I know from a well-informed source that rebels have taken over the city. They have sealed its gates and closed the harbor, while they establish a new government.
Well, I guess I'm looking for work. Looking to earn some gold and make a
Someone
name
in
for
town
yourselves,
with
eh?
raiders.
Weird. You should go to the town garrison and ask for Captain Maximus. I heard he is looking for some muscle to hire, but I keep forgetting you're new here. Do you want me to show you around? Maybe? Sure? Oh,
Walk don't like new faces.
alright, I'll walk with you for a little while. When we come near an interesting place, I'll tell you what you need to know. Let's go! Oh, hello. Some NPCs can be employed to accompany the party in order to provide individual services. Others may want to join your party for the duration of a certain quest. You can only have a maximum of 2 companions, but you can fire a hireling in order to have a quest NPC to be able to join the party. Huh, neat. Cool. Well, lots of weird sounds. Alright, so let's see if we can't get the graphics to look less awful. Alright, so if I just remove this altogether, is it going to be better? Well, it looks doesn't look much better. I guess maybe it looks a little bit less blurry. I was expecting the sign to look a little bit different. What's this? The whole game explodes. Doesn't seem to change anything. I don't know if you have to restart or something. Let's see. That's the one I did try. All right. Whatever. We'll stay with it. Doesn't really seem to matter much if at all, so it's fine.
Don't like small houses.
Who's saying that? Oh, is it our own party members are talking to us? That must be what's going on. Hello, I want to talk to you, lady. Hello? No? Perhaps I wanted to buy some goods. Okay, I guess I can't buy any goods.
Hello, sir.
Who goes there? Identify yourselves. Raiders, eh? We're currently investigating the disappearance of several citizens. Nobody leaves the town until we find out what happened to them. If you have complaints, take them to Commander Maximus at the garrison. Thank you for your kind words. Well, it doesn't do it this time. Well, I mean, the game's a little bit dated. I mean, it's a little old, so... Still, I felt like it looked better before. I'll probably play around with some of the settings off camera between streams. Why is that part of the wall all weird? Hit it with your face. What's this shiny thing? Take the book. The party collected the book, The History of Carthal. Cool. Oh, it's actually a book. As long as Ashan's history has been recorded, the great port of Carthal has been considered one of the jewels of the crown of the Falcon Empire, or emperors. The name Carthal is believed to derive from the Elven Kurthal, which can be translated as the Great Green, as the city stood on the edge of the great elven forests. Before there was a city, there stood a great cathedral known as Vigil of Carthal, built by the angels on the site of one of their first great victories during the Elder Wars. Around this landmark, a fortress was erected, consisting in the area now known as the modern-day city's upper district. From there, the city grew. It was only when the young Emperor Brian Falcon converted to the worship of Elrath that the angels, led by the Archangel Uriel and Sarah, offered Carthal to the Falcons. That is a lot of stuff to read. I will read another page later. We're not going to do it now. Hey, Travis. How's it going, buddy? Yo-yo pistachio. Yeah. Well, I vaguely remember this looking a little bit better. Like, it's not bad. I just remember it looking a little bit sharper. So I thought maybe I had the settings wrong. Like, I don't really care. I mean, okay, he's not going to actually talk. Like, the whole idea, like, a lot of people's big complaint about HOM 7 or HOM 5 or 6 or whatever, they're like, oh, the graphics are terrible. And I'm thinking, it's a HOM game, guys. You could have dots and it would still be fun because it's a HOM game. The graphics aren't the reason you play it. And the graphics are still fine. I don't know why you're complaining anyway. Still. There is a pixelated version, I think. I am going to probably read most of them, but I'll probably read them slowly over time, so just be aware of that. You're not weird, you promise. Alright. You don't meet many dwarves so far south. Apparently the Longbeards used to have an outpost in the mountains just north of here. So some of them still live in the peninsula. I'm not sure it's Thermon's? Okay, story though. In any case, he is a pretty good armorer, and you'd better have a look at his work before you hit the road. I imagine we don't have a lot of money. We have 200. I don't think we're going to go there yet. Guess we're just going to kind of walk around town a bit, just get a feel for things. Yeah, I mean, it's not all about the graphics anyway. I mean, that's why HOM 3 stands up to the, stood up to the test of time after all these years. Eileen's house. Because it's obviously not about the graphics. That's not what makes the game the game. But even still, I don't find HOM 7, 6, or 5 to have bad graphics in any way. So, I don't know. People just like to complain. Johara came from the Seven Cities a few years ago. Apparently she was once a member of House Materia, but was kicked out for some reason. If you're looking for a protective charm or talisman of any sort, she's the one you ought to seek. Just don't forget to negotiate the price. Oh, I wish the sign told you what it was, but I guess we just go here and it tells us. Okay. Johara, let's go talk to this dude. What's up, Isaac? You adventurer types are so serious. You need to have a little fun once in a while. Here, let me tell you a joke. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. What does a Rakshasa say when he likes something? It's perfect. I hate you already. You should die in a fire. Next. You know why the grizzly never wears any shoes? Because he prefers words. He prefers to go barefoot. We're gonna leave now because his dialogue is just too clever for me. Hello, house. You have nothing for me. Aha! There's another book that I'm not going to read yet, but we will, eventually. Yay! Harbor song. Ooh, sea shanties and harbor songs. We should totally all get on Discord and sing them together. Yeah! No, let's not do that. That sounds awful. I think our ears will bleed and we may break the internet. Caldwell is the town's weaponsmith. Pay him a visit if you need to buy a new blade or repair an old one. He's a former soldier in the Unicorn Armies. Unicorn Armies, really? So he probably has some things to teach you as well. Cool. Alright, what are you doing over here, man, with the bow? Aeolus? I got nothing. Need something? The end of the Holy Empire? I think we're living the last days of the Holy Empire. At least as we know it. Think about it. Elrath managed to make the whole of Ashan believe he was the most powerful dragon for 5 centuries. Even Malassa must have been jealous of his pulling such a bluff. But now that this fear is gone, can the Empire endure? The colonies are already cutting themselves off, and the Empress cannot do anything about it. And what prevents the elves, nagas, or wizards from nibbling pieces of the fallen giant, too, eh? We can hire him? Is this a thing I want to do? Is this a thing I want to do? Do I want to hire him? How much do you cost? A warrior is only as strong as his enemy's weaknesses. For a small cut, 102% of the gold we find, I can furnish you with small cut 100 and then 2%. So 100 gold and then 2% of the gold we find. You can furnish me with that knowledge to keep us one step ahead of my foes. No, I'm going to say no. Alright, let's get away from you. Talk to me, woman. Anyway, we're going to wander around town, kind of feel it out a little bit. Oh, she is creepy looking. I don't want her to talk to me at all. And then we're probably going to end it all, guys and gals. Ah, the Goblin Watchtower is Sorpigal's Inn. If you're tired of sleeping on the ground or under a tent and want to enjoy the comfort of a real bed for once, this is the place for you. The cook also makes a great fish stew. Oh boy, that just sounds disgusting. Or at least I hope that's fish. Alright, so there's the Goblin's Watchtower. And how do we save? Okay, like that. That's fine. Oh dear. The local Chapel of Elrath, the Dragon of Light. Not my favorite dragon, but at least Sister Lysandre and her fellow Vestals can bring you back even from the brink of death. They'll ask you for a donation, of course. Good, so when I die repeatedly, I just go back there and lose all my money. Perfect. Exactly part of my plan. Hello. What's up, Steve? Oh, dude, you got the plague. Don't talk to me or cough on me. What are you doing? These are the city gates. Beyond lies the Aegean Peninsula. But I don't believe you're ready for that trip yet. Why don't you spend some time in Sorpigal first to hone your skills? Yeah, that's probably a wise course. Nah, we are currently investigating disappearance of several citizens. Nobody leaves town. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I already said this before. I don't want to talk to you anyway. Just looking around. Oh. If magic's your thing, then don't forget to visit the Arcane Library. You won't find the rare books and grimoires you could find in the academies of the Seven Cities or even in Carthal. But they probably have a couple of nice spells for rookies like you. No offense, of course. In good strategy games like Han, Sir Bumpy. Well, Heroes of New Earth, I don't really consider that really a strategy game. Unless it's something else that you're using the Han thing for. Well, I can't really suggest Dota 2 anymore because it's not a game, so I don't know what to tell you. Ooh, I can steal... Wait, am I going to get beat up for this? I'm stealing it. You guys should know not to leave money laying around. Hello, Katerina. Yes? The reforms. I'm completely behind Empress Gwendolyn. She has made some mistakes, of course, and some of her reforms failed, but at least she's trying to improve things in the Empire. Her charter of the Griffin aiming to separate the church from the state is not a betrayal, but a necessity. Especially after Uriel's deception. I mean, the days where we blindly trusted the angels and their church are gone for good. What about the missing persons? Sorpigal is usually quiet, but these last few weeks it has grown maybe too quiet? Some inhabitants seem to have vanished into thin air, and there's that stench coming from up from the old town well. Huh. Well, that's kind of foreboding. You sure it's not the pig you're smelling? Are you positive? Because it very well could be. Alright, let's head toward the front of the town, and I think that'll be where we pretty much break off the whole episode, or the whole stream, as it were. Because Mutanot is chomping at the bit. He's near Karak 8 Peaks, and he's ready to take it over with his dwarven people. He's ready. He is eager. He is excited. Oh, who will? There is a barrel with pulsing red liquid. Who wants to drink it? Please click a portrait. Oh no! It has to be Mies. I'm sorry, buddy. It has to be you. Oh god, what happened? Alright, fire resistance. You're welcome. Well, that was creepy. You're still a fan of Age of Empires, not quite like Han, but a solid RTS. And the expansions and updates are decent. Yeah. A lot of people seem to have entered the Horse Haven. Oh, okay. Oh lord. I hear more people blowing snow outside now. It's not me for once! Yay! It's probably our neighbor on the other side. Hey, there's like food and stuff here. Why can't I steal all of that? Don't you know when we're heroes we're supposed to walk around and pilfer everything we find in the town? Also, I want to draw... Oh, hello. That's the training center for the town garrison, but they also train civilians for a price. They won't be able to teach you everything, but it's perfect. It's the perfect place to start improving your skills. Cool. So I assume at some point I'll need to be able to... Uh-oh, here we go. Oh, it's a pulsing green liquid. Green, elves, yes, no? Me thirsty. Alright, high roller's thirsty, huh? No, it's not. It is not. There you go, earth magic. Nope, I got this game a long time ago, though. I am Zale, Harbor Master of Sorpical, and the closest you'll find to a mayor around here. Can I help you with anything? Not right now. I'll come back to you. In fact, I think this is where we'll end this stream, guys and gals. So tomorrow we will not be continuing this, but on Saturday we will. Tomorrow will probably be something that everybody can kind of throw their hats into, like, I don't know, Super Fight, or I've been wanting to play One Troll Army again, so I might play that. There's a few different things that we might do. So show up tomorrow for more of just a fun stream as opposed to me playing any particular game. On Saturday, the stream will start about 5 hours earlier than it normally does, and it will run 6 hours. So it'll still end around like a half hour ago. But it will start much, much earlier. So we'll play a couple of hours of this first, and then we'll go and we'll play other games as we go through. So there you have it, folks. There you have it.